Hello. Okay, hi. This is Verdi Arbusto. This is the Schumann resonance. I'm Verdi Arbusto, and this is the representing, I guess, the Schumann resonance harmonics channel on YouTube and Facebook. I have there's a lot more text stuff and picture in that format on Facebook. I have two. Actually, I'm the administrator of another one that someone else started. It's the Schumann Resonance. I administer two. And I try and post the same on both of them, or at least favor mine with some stuff. And it doesn't always work that way. Uh, but generally speaking, I post similar stuff to both of them. And so the reference to that I think is in the description. If not, it's elsewhere. So I have the studio set up as we are coming into the springtime portal, the 420/421 portal. I wanted to have some videos out on the Schumann stuff because there's going to be some spikes. There's going to be peaked interest. More people are waking up as the genetics are coming online. And so I'm gonna, I'm getting inspired by my guides to make some material and put some stuff out there to people. And so I guess while the iron's hot, it's spring, everything's coming back to life and online. Like, all right, so should I? All right, and as the last couple of videos I posted, I get some really good comments and some love and support. And so, hey, while the iron's hot, but let's onward and upward. So what I'm doing this time too is I'm working with some really nice stuff in the studio. Now, I've been expanding. It's part of what I was doing while I was away. Is getting some equipment in my studio and getting some good fun stuff in here. I guess I'm gonna have to go into that soon. But one of the things is I'm working with OBS, the capture software that's allowing me to make the videos and to do some neat stuff on Zoom. And so this allows me to have two cameras. So one of them is the little one in the HP, the laptop that I'm using, which is dead ahead. So the way I have this set up is actually two monitors. And I will do this actually real quick to see if I can. The other one here is this one here, which is a different one. So that's the laptop monitor, and then this one here. There you go. So that's the other monitor I use. It's kind of technical stuff, but this is a technical channel, and I am a tech. I say this. I'm a technician through and through. And some of the people that are following me are interested in this. Wages World talks about his moving over to OBS. And I think that, especially because this is a technical program, this is a technical channel. I'm a technician. I deal with technical stuff. I think the OBS thing here is completely relevant to my work, to my channel, to doing this, to show that I know how to do technical stuff. Right? This is one of the things, is me not just talking about it, but putting it into action. And so I added another camera because what I've never liked from the beginning is having to talk to the camera as the audience and then have to read. So the way I have it now, I think, is perfectly kind of done so that when I'm reading it, I can look at the camera A, the first one, the primary one, you. But then as I have to, check over to look at the picture in the OBS software itself, that I'm looking away over to like myself, like the other, the engineer in the studio. So, okay, so hopefully, where I was, as I'm looking at the capture software now, I'm looking at you, looking at the audience, and so this way it's a kind of an interesting perspective. But I really wanted to. Well, that's one of the things my guide has said to me. Said to me that there has to be an actual person talking, and the video has to be good, as well as the audio quality has to be good. You know, I need to be in the middle, I need to be centered, I need to be looking at you, addressing you as a person. I'm not a computer bot. I'm a real actual person, and this is, you know, kind of me in my spare time, working at this, doing this out of service to, you know, the my mission, you know, the to prime source, you know, like that's kind of what this is I'm the person who's able to, I have the experience and the know-how of how to interpret and translate the data on the chart. Just this is just what I've been doing here for 30 plus years. Before I got here, was looking at that kind of stuff and all kinds of related technical data. So for me, this is not, you know, having to learn about the Schumann resonances and explain it in a real person context. This is not that new to me, and it's not relatively that big of a learning curve that I had to go through to understand it. And so the data, the majority of the data that I've gotten, if not pretty much all of it, you know, I haven't had to pay for anything. I'm not anyone special. I've gotten the data just through research and diligent research, and just continued, you know, stepping on what I've already known, what I've already come across, and just the process of research. So, what you as a subscriber and audience member are getting is not just, you're not, you can get the data yourself, right? You know, I'm not the author of this. I give you the authors with the data that's here. What I am giving you is the know-how based on my 30 plus years of radio engineering and radio electronics and all of that, of how this stuff works, and translating it, you know, the data, like I said, into the average everyday speak, so you can understand this. All right, hopefully, anyway. All right, so, all right, so where we're at today, this actually is kind of part two, or part one. There's two parts. There's just when I started working on this, essentially there wound up being two parts that develop. The first part is Tomsk, I'm going to talk about just Tomsk itself. And then, because there are some guiding principles here that precede the guiding principles of reading the spectrogram. I think that's the best way to put it, that it's kind of a 1-2 thingy, as it is the lead up and then the, you know, the right hook, as it were. I'm not sure if I have the right, you know, right analogy there, but it kind of seems to me almost it does. So I'm kind of taking this into sections, and the first one is, you know, talk on Tomsk. I'm calling it, and I decided that I'm also going to go into the website from Tomsk, the, you know, like the university itself, and kind of read what they say and kind of give you some history from Tomsk University themselves. So I just thought this could be fun. Hopefully it's a little fun thing. You know, I talk a lot about real technical kind of data and the, you know, like that. And this isn't that, but this is, you know, kind of a fun roam through, you know, the university. I don't even know. I'm kind of lost in words here in general, and this here is another set of words I'm lost in. But I think you understand, and in time it'll make sense what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna first, I think I'm going to read what I wrote over here, and then we're going to, right behind me is the Tomsk website. So I kind of have me over here, so I can be present reading this and looking at you face to face as I'm reading from the website here. So, all right, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so this is 10 minutes, good, right on on spot. Right. So this is the 27th of April, 2021. Our guiding principles in reading Tomsk's reports, and this is the introductory talk on Tomsk in general. I just want to say I'm pretty sure. I know in live streams I've done this a few times. I don't know if I've actually made a post on the Facebook group. I'm pretty sure haven't made a video on Tomsk like this. So this one will be a little different video. But I think it's important to talk about, the source of the data, where we're getting, because this here, in case you didn't know, this is from Tomsk, right? This is Tomsk, Russia. So this is, hold on. Boop. All right. So that right there is the full report from Tomsk, Russia. That is the spectrogram, the amplitude, the quality, and the frequency of the Schumann resonances. Okay. So, okay, back to the text. All right. So this is to give a bigger picture view on, how to read the graphic information from Tomsk that I've kind of accumulated in my year and a half dedicated study. It's closer to getting on like into like the 2 years of interest in the Schumann resonances here as time flies on. But I've been doing this channel for a solid year. All right, so or dedicated videos to the Schumann we're getting on a year now. Anyway, so all right, so this is gonna give a brief overview and not too technical an explanation of some guiding principles. And first and foremost, in the scientific and technical community, you go by principles. Behind the facts and the equations, there's principles. So this is what we're looking at first. All right. In this post, I'm including what you just saw was basically the current image from disclosure news.it, which is Italy. And that is originally the source from the Tomsk State University's radio electronics school, which is we're going to talk about in just a minute. All right, the full report capture is our working illustration. So what I just showed you was a working illustration. All right, Tomsk State University is a public university. As such, it is one of the oldest in Ukraine, Russia. Originally, it was a division of the older still Polytechnical Institute, located down the street from TSU, having broken off from the Polytech in the 1950s, and they'll tell you more about that over there. Like the majority of universities around the world, it is staffed primarily with graduate students who are simply looking to build their career in the sciences. They have done an excellent job to this point, providing technical data, free to the world, as it has been part of their public charter to do such. It is only publicly funded institutions, and they're usually educational institutions, who will potentially post the data free for the world to review and criticize. So that means you don't have to be part of an institution. You can go onto the website like Tomsk, and you yourself can get the data. The truly scientific ventures are often funded by a grant, and as such should not be reasonably expected to be freely publishing their results accessible to the lay community, meaning the population as a whole. Grant-funded research will be published in technical trade journals and peer review. They oftentimes will These researchers will be keynote speakers at symposiums and such things. In previous posts, I have specifically addressed such articles so that those who are not familiar with scientific peer review papers can have a familiarity with the research. More importantly, this addresses the issue of why there isn't more freely available results from the wealth of detectors which operate worldwide currently. The short answer is that there are, indeed, plenty of stations out there. If you know where to look, hello, if you know where to look and how to research. The data there then is accessible to you and to all. If it's accessible to me, it will be accessible to you. Given time and patience, you can assemble a trove of research on this topic to become as knowledgeable as myself. One of the differences between you and I, perhaps, is that I have an abundance of both for the subject matter, of both time and patience for dealing with this highly technical subject matter. So I've come across all sorts of great documentation because I know how to research, I know what I'm looking for, and thusly presenting it. I got on the mailing list of some, they just know me, they love me, thus presenting it freely to the public as a public service to you. Okay. So, what I am doing here is not providing you with information that you yourself can't get. What I'm doing here is to help you to learn how to interpret this data, the veracity of it, to give you the difference between one and another, and what are they talking about, what's the chart showing you, how to read it, all the little fine print in there that you're not really familiar with, the blah, 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 based on my 30-plus years experience with radio, broadcast, electronics, and blah, blah, blah. As a guiding principle, we use Occam's razor that, among other things, that the simpler explanation is preferred. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. Data tampering or manipulation is such a claim. Manipulated or tampered with readings are claims that are extraordinary claims. As a technical-minded person, a technician, I'm hard-pressed to figure out a way to get in there to tamper with data when it was designed to be run fairly autonomously without human intervention. ... Do I dare to even say it? Yes, I have to say the obvious. The system is made autonomously so as to avoid data tampering. There are indeed even articles by antenna operators who discuss an autonomously running system. One such example of an article is found on Schumannresonances.com, and where I got that from was VLF.IT. I think that's what its website is, just VLFIT.IT or / something like that. Data tampering at TSU claims are an element of the Disney side version of the Ascension Tales of the Ascension. My reasonable reply to this is, the powers that be don't need to foil us nor confound us. We do a fine enough job for them in sabotaging our own mission. It's far easier to run a funky narrative to people that they can subjectively feel intellectually that takes the place of real facts and substance. The greater fact is they can't actually F with the data. So they simply have found a way to whisper funky things into the mainstream, like they pissed into the pond, as a cover or diversion. One of the many layers to this labyrinth, they, quote-unquote they, are totally unwittingly merely need to have explained a power dropout from the mains for the funky side of the narrative to sprout like a fungus. So they're not. No one's fudging data. However, it's a lot easier to just to whisper. Yeah, to manufacture data. Oh yeah. Oh good. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, that's great. I'll go with that. If you don't know what you're looking at, it's going to be a bit more challenging to you to 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 know the truth. And the truth might even be something even more crazy, like it has to do with the changing of the poles or something else, right? It in itself would be spectacular and fabulous. However, if you are stuck on the narrative that the the data voids are only the time shift or only a manipulation of the data, first off, you're not looking at it scientifically. Second off, you need to have some you know extraordinary proof to prove this. External proof somewhere, not even like not even in your head. Like I don't know how to better put it. Um, but there's also you're missing the greater fun that's going on to the bigger picture. And that's why it's important, why the guides have said it's important to me, not just for people to know what's going on, but also to know what's not going on and how the Schumann and all of this stuff is not reflecting what people think it is, but that doesn't mean there isn't something else there that's fabulous, that isn't maybe showing up in some other way that you wouldn't have thought of. Right? It's all wow, right? That's what part of the whirly-giggy to all of the topsy-turviness of 3D as it going away and you waving it bye-bye to it is the inherent confusion and all of the language first and foremost, and then the concepts behind the language. All right. So that ends the part of this where we talk about this lesson here, where I have on the website, and again, the pink part here is this is my website, Schumann dash or hyphen resonances.com. The difference between a hyphen and a dash is a hyphen is shorter, a dash is two spaces. Okay, just you may not know that. If it matters to you, there you go. I'm a writer. I write stuff all the time. Like an ellipse is 3 dots. Doot, doot, doot. That means, it's truncated. 4 dots means you're obsessive compulsive. Okay. All right. I love language and yet I hate it at the same time. All right. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to break this apart because I have a whole nother lesson that goes with this, with principles. You see this here. And I haven't done a video. There it is. Hi. There it is. Okay. So I haven't done a video. I've posted this before earlier, but I'm kind of, every time I post these, I change them. So even though I posted the basic majority of this information before, I've changed it and there's typos and there's things I change. Every time I put it up there, it's been changed a little bit, somewhat, sometimes more than the others and sometimes radically, and I've added things and I move it around. So there's a general overall huge manuscript of stuff I have that I'm still adding to. It's still a work in progress. Even though I posted here, it's still mobile. It's still fluid and liquid. So just that's an FYI for those who are new, haven't heard that before, or as a reminder, this is a work in progress. All right. So on that note, okay, we're back. Red light is on and it's, numbers are clicking down. All right. So okay. So here is the history of the university. And this is the website is, I'm sure I'll have the link in the description, TUSUR.RU /EN/about TUSUR blase blows B. All right, so I'll just read you what it says here. It says, our university first opened its doors in 1962. Back then, the Soviet Union was exploring outer space and needed highly qualified engineers to create the best missile and space complex in the world. TUSUR made a crucial contribution to the achievement of this ambitious goal. Since then, it has always been one of the best engineering universities in Russia. Tomsk Institute of Radioelectronics and Electronic Technology, which is in parentheses TIRIET, was set up in 1962 on the basis of two facilities of the Tomsk Polytechnic University, TPI, now TPU, and radio engineering facility and radio control faculty and radio control faculty. Then the institute consisted of an evening and an extramural training facility, in addition to 3 full-time attendance faculties, radio engineering, radio control, now radio design, and electronic engineering. In 1971, it was renamed Tomsk Institute of Control Systems and Radioelectronics, TIASUR. In 1997, the institute acquired the status of a university together with a new name, Tomsk State University of Control Systems and Radioelectronics. Student performance has been evaluated according to the ranking system since 2004. In May 2006, TUSUR won the competition among innovative institutions of higher professional educational organized under the aegis of the National Educational Project. Okay. And so they're giving you their kind of hours down here. Federal state-funded Institute of Higher Education, Tomsk State University of Control Systems, Radioelectronics, address 40 Prospect, Lenina, 634050, Tomsk, Russia, phone, fax, email, office hours. Oh, lunch break, okay. 113 to 1400 hours, okay, that's interesting to know. They give you the chief editor, blah, 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 all right. And so that's a general little thing of the history of the university. What does the mission? All right, mission and vision. Okay, mission. The mission of TUSUR University as a world-class entrepreneurial research university is to create the cultural, academic, research, and innovative environment that would make it the driving force of economic development in Eurasia, promote world-class research, and facilitate training of highly skilled professionals for global centers of innovation. Wow, that's a mouthful. The mission relies on progressive values highly regarded by the entire TUSUR community. And you have the spirit of entrepreneurship. That's good to know. Shaping society needs through high technology achievements. Okay. Adaptation and enhancement of the world progressive educational methods, international knowledge and technology transfer, and corporate culture of excellence. Sounds great. Strategic goal of the university. The strategic goal is to create a world-class entrepreneurial research university that is a global leader in radio engineering and radio electronics, information and telecommunication technology, electrical engineering and power electronics, control, automation, and instrumentation technology, physical electronics, and microwave nano electronics. NAO. I think they meant nano, the NAON. All right, so I think they meant nano, but it says NAO electronics, which will be achieved through adoption of best international practices in education, strategic partnership with the academic and business communities, training of highly competitive engineers, allowing TUSUR University to join the ranks of the leading international universities by 2020. Well, 2020 is come and gone. They certainly lead the world in the Schumann resonance. I'll tell you that. All right, what does it say? Leadership structure. All right. So these are the people, the guys, the men that are in charge over there of stuff going on. Um, hi, guys. All right. Oh, look, I'm one of them. I could just kind of fit me right in there. Hold on. All right. You could just fit me right in there. All right, there we go. Nice. Okay. Back down, boy. All right. So, where are we at? Let's go back. Leadership structure. It might be good to know that kind of thing for. I'm going to be hopefully writing a letter soon, and we're gonna. Oh, look at this. All right, and I want to. I want to contact them and see if I can get someone over there on their staff to talk to about. Oh, this is interesting. To talk to about how they do stuff and some just I'll see if I can talk to them about anything. I don't even care what. It would just be great to be able to get a hold of someone over there to know how they are how they're working, And I think as a goodwill offer, I would like to hear from them about, like the data voids and what happens when the machines break down, and with a great assurance that they would give us that it's simply them making upgrades on the system. That's what I'm looking for, is to have them, to talk to them about international cooperation. Well, that would be us. Yeah. All right. History. Oh, let's look up news and events. What's going on here? News and events. News. Ooh. Hold on. See if we can get a video in here. Hold on. Okay. This would be interesting. I just saw this. I'm not going to play it. It's a video. And I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike or another one. I just recently got hit with one, and they removed one of my videos, a good one. And so I don't. Then now when I publish these, they check it, and there's actually a fourth step that was added in there recently. Maybe to everyone, or maybe just to me or the people with the copyright stuff. I don't know, but they're going to check my videos to make sure there's no copyright infringements anyway. So I just thought this was an interesting thing found on their website, the Tomsk website, that might be interesting for you to check out. Intelligent power electronics. It says at present, power electronic devices, which were previously considered transistors and thyristors, are harmoniously combined with microprocessor technology. Thus, the term intelligent power electronics came to be. And so it's interesting. All right. So I think this, right for now, just kind of closes up the first part of this about talking about Tomsk, where I'm kind of introducing Tomsk, but I'm giving some guiding principles on conspiracy theory kind of BS. I'll just put it that way. All right. So thank you all for being here. I think we're going to close this right now. I appreciate all the love and the support. Thank you very much. And I'm going to publish this soon. I get to write the description and do the thumbnail, and then I'll get this out. I'm considering doing a live stream. I need to do a live stream soon, and I haven't forgot about that. I'm getting back into this, so it'll be what it is. So I haven't forgot about anyone. Thank you all, and like life is grand. It's getting better. It's good. So I just want you to know that much love. Thank you for your support, and I appreciate everyone for being here. Just y'all are wonderful, and I appreciate everything. Thank you for the support. Namaste.